As the popular Irish proverb says, laughter is brightest in the place where the food is. I have with me today
Chef T or Dama Iboite.
And Chef T shall today on the program be preparing an African and Mediterranean fusion, which she calls...
That's correct. Today we're making a black bean and chickpea salad with couscous with lamb. We're going to treat our lamb special today.
Does that trigger anything? Don't go away as the program continues.
Okay, so we're going to start with our lamb. We're going to marinate our lamb and rest it for a bit. So here I'm going to use this mortar and pestle to make a dry rub for our lamb. I'm going to start with my dry cloves, just a few. It's fenugreek. I'm going to add our herb salt, just a little of that. Our ground coriander, dried cumin, a little paprika, cayenne pepper, black pepper, salt, and a little fresh mint. So I have olive oil here. I'm just going to put a little to fuse the herbs and spices together. So I'm going to use this and make a little paste. A little more oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. So that's that. So back to the lamb. I'm going to drizzle. Then apply our paste. You want to be as generous as possible. So we have our paste on our lamb. We'll set that aside to marinate for a bit.
To the salad.
Time for our salad. So we're going to start with our black beans.
Already boiled.
Yes, this comes out from the can actually. But if you get it in the market, you can actually boil it and keep it. Same thing with our chickpea. But if you boil it yourself, you have to cool it down because it's not warm salad. We want everything at room temperature. Our sweet corn. So here we have red onions, cucumber, tomatoes, then of course our sweet bell peppers, red, yellow and green.
It's coming out nicely.
Yeah,
Colorful.
and very beautiful, yes. It's almost like a rainbow salad. That's what I said about presentation. You have an idea of what you want your plate to look like before you start cooking. It makes it easier for you to cook. So I'm going to get a spatula and toss this. See how beautiful the colors are actually?
It's appealing.
And very bright, yes. And guess what? Apart from being appealing, we're just about to take it up a notch. Because we're going to use our fresh coriander, our lime zest, lime juice for that fresh kick. So it doesn't just look fresh, it's going to taste fresh.
Is that where the Mediterranean fusion comes in?
That's correct.
Oh.
So I'm going to set this aside. We can start working on our couscous. Okay, so we have our couscous in our bowl. We're going to season our couscous. I'm starting with bouillon cubes. These are beef seasoning cubes. A little salt. Our saffron. Cayenne pepper. And cumin powder. Toss this and get it ready for the pan. We have canola oil, another healthy version of the oil. No, canola oil is a type of oil. It's a seed, yes. It's like soya oil, like it's not run, it's actually the plant. It's like sesame oil. So it depends on where the oil is gotten from. We have coconut oil, different types. So I'm just going to put a little canola oil in the pan, and I don't want that to heat too far because it doesn't have a high threshold for heat. So as soon as that goes in, I have my white onions, sweet onions. We have our fresh garlic.
This should be every woman's kitchen.
It is, I agree. It's a wonder machine. It's called a garlic press. Because when you think of chopping garlic, sometimes I like, nah.
And I love that.
So just as much as your palate can handle. I think I'll do one more. That's that. I'm going to let that go. I want our fresh white onions as fresh as possible. I don't want it too cooked because it gives its own flavor to the couscous. Can you perceive the aroma? That's just a little butter going in. Butter makes everything better. Makes everything.
Glossy.
Yes, not just the aroma. Immediately I put in the pan, did it hit you? Garlic and butter. You can't go wrong.
You're looking out your secret.
I have others. So, putting my couscous in. I'm going to toss that. Then, of course, boiling hot water. I had the kettle going before. I want just enough to cover the pot. Low heat. And we let it simmer for a minute or two. You have to be careful.
That's enough.
You have to be careful when you're using water and couscous. The perfect way to cook couscous is a ratio 1-to-1. Your equal parts of water to equal parts of couscous.
Wow.
Yes. You want to cook 1 cup of couscous, is 1 cup of boiling hot water. And it's just almost there.
I think I like what you said.
So let's do those goals. It's ready to get on the heat now. So we're going to let that keep steaming before we toss it, our salad. So it's time for our lamb. We're going to carefully. Can you hear that wonderful sound?
It makes you happy, right?
Yes, it does. So we need to let that go for about, because it's a thin cut, for about 2 minutes on both sides. So while that's going, I think I should clear what we've been to come off the heat. No, we're not putting, you only put one. Okay, so let's put it, leave it to rest. So it renders its own juices before we cut into it. and our couscous is ready to serve. This plate, I'm just going to place it across and serve with our mint sauce. So this is ready.